Hello students, welcome back. This is Dr. Mercado speaking. This is Accounting 1329, Payroll and Business Tax Accounting. And this week we are continuing with Chapter 3, which deals with Social Security taxes. Okay, we are using the Payroll Accounting 2021 edition from Big and Toland. Okay, so I just want to remind all students to please make sure that you are meeting your assignment deadlines. All of the assignment deadlines are posted in Blackboard as well as in your syllabus, so that way you know exactly what needs to get done every week. I also post weekly announcements letting you know of the assignments that must be completed for that specific week. Please stay organized. Please make sure that you read the chapter before you attempt any of your problems. And please make sure that you are understanding the content, okay? We're not guessing numbers here. We need to be able to identify and be able to understand why am I getting this number and multiplying it by this, or whatever calculations we're doing. Okay, so it's very important that we understand what we're reading so we can be able to apply it to real life scenarios. Okay, now in this particular week we are going to be learning how to complete a form 941. Okay, that is the first thing that I'm going to be working on today. So the first exercise that I'm going to be covering is exercise 313A, which deals with completing the form. Now, a lot of students get very overwhelmed when we complete form 941 because it is very long and there's a lot of information included. Okay, it is just a matter of isolating the information that we need. Okay, that's all we have to worry about. Okay, so it's just reading and understanding, you know, what is it that the problem is telling us and what information are we going to be using. Okay, so let's get ready to get started with problem 313A. So it says Karen Cluster opened Lube and Wash on January the 2nd. The business is subject to FICA taxes. At the end of the first quarter, Cluster, as president of the company, must file Form 941, which is the employer's quarterly federal tax return. Okay, using Form 941, Parts 1 through 5, reproduced, prepare, sign, and date the return on the basis of the information shown below. And then we've got the employer's address, the ID number, the phone number, and the date filed. Okay, each employee is paid semi-monthly on the 15th and the last day of each month. So employees get paid twice a month, on the 15th and the last day of each month. Shown below is the payroll information for the first quarter of 2020, whatever number it is. Okay, all pay periods were the same, so that is super important. All pay periods were the same, so employees got paid the same amount every semi-monthly pay period. Okay, and then below that we have the payroll information for January through March. We have the list of the employees. We've got 4 employees, their social security numbers, their quarterly wages, their OASDI tax, HI tax, federal income tax, the total deductions, and the net pay. We also have the employer's FICA taxes for the quarter for both OASDI and HI. Now, it also says the total taxes per payday are, and then they give you a breakdown of the employees and the employer's OASDI tax, employees and employer's HI tax, as well as the employee's federal income tax. And then they give us a total. We're going to multiply it by 6 deposits. And we multiply it by 6 deposits because this is quarterly payments. So there's 3 months in a quarter, okay? And then we get paid 2 times in a month. So 3 months times 2 paydays per month. That's 6 deposits. And once we multiply the 6 times the 2,146, that gives us $12,008.76. Okay? So, we are being asked to complete the Form 941. Now, I had to copy and paste a PDF file because there was no way I could download it. There was restrictions, so I'm going to have to insert 10 text boxes into each number. But I should be able to use the form. That way we are actually using the correct form on here. Okay. So on the top, you're going to start off with the employer identification number, their name, the trade name, and the address. That has already been populated for you. Okay. Now you have to mark one of these. Okay. What period are we doing it for? Well, it says here that we are doing this for January through March. So that is the first period, okay? So let me do a little X here so we can know we're doing the first quarter. Okay, so you mark it off. Okay, so that's the one we're using: January, February, and March. Okay. Okay, so that's all we need in the first part. Okay, the information related to the business and then the reporting period. Okay. Now we go to part number 1. Okay. The first question asks us, and it's basically just reading the line item and doing whatever the line item says. If it does not apply, then just leave it blank and you move on to the next one. Okay. Number of employees who receive wages, tips, or other compensation for the pay period. Okay. So how many employees did we have? Okay. According to our payroll information, we had Paul, Matt, Joanne, and Dory. That's 4 employees. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 4 right there. Okay. We had 4 employees. Okay. Wages, tips, and other compensation. Now, these were wages paid. We have the wages paid, and then below here, none of the employees reported tips during the quarter. So we don't have any tips. Okay. Our employees did not get paid by tips. They just get paid by wages. Okay. So, wages, tips, and other compensation. We've got the total wages provided to us right here, okay? And we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the total, which is the $47,900. Okay? So, we're going to put the $47,900 on that second line item, okay? So, that is my quarterly wages total, $47,900. Okay. Federal income tax withheld from wages, tips, and other compensation. That is also provided right here. Federal income tax. Okay. So my federal income tax total is $4,680. Okay, so it's $4,680. Okay, so far we have 4 employees. Those 4 employees earned wages of $47,900, and the federal income tax was $4,680. Okay, now we're going to go to the next set of rows here, and then it says taxable Social Security wages. Well, all of our wages are taxable for Social Security tax purposes. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter right here our total wages, which is $47,900. Okay. We're going to multiply the $47,900 times the rate provided in the form. Okay. $47,900 times 0.124. That gives me $5,939.60. Okay. That's going to be $5,939.60. Okay. Okay. Qualified sick leave wages, that information was not provided. Qualified family leave wages, that information was not provided, so we can leave it blank. Taxable Social Security tips, we didn't have any tips. The problem said there was no tips, so that we leave it blank. Taxable Medicare wages and tips. Okay, we did have taxable Medicare wages. Okay, so here we have taxable Social Security wages. The bottom is taxable Medicare wages. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to insert a text box. And our taxable Medicare wages is $47,900. We're going to multiply that. This is basically your HI. Okay. We're going to multiply that by the rate provided in the form, $47,900 times 0.029. Sorry about that. 47,900 times 0.029. That's 1,000. $1,389.10. Okay. My numbers were moving on me. Okay. Okay, so it's 1,389.10. Okay. Taxable wages and tips subject to additional Medicare tax withholding. We don't have any. Okay. Now, let's look at 5E. Total Social Security and Medicare taxes. We're going to add the column, add column 2 from lines 5A. Basically, you're going to add the total from column 2. Okay? So, the only two numbers we have on column 2 are those numbers. Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. So we only have two numbers in column 2. We've got the 5939.60 plus the 1389.10. That gives me 7,328.70. So you're going to add all of the column 2 information and you're going to enter in 5E. Okay? And that gave me 7328.70. Let me just make sure that I entered it correct. 7328.70. Yes, correct. Okay. Section 3.2, notice and demand. Tax due and unreported tips. We don't have any tips, so that is left blank. Total taxes before adjustments. We're going to add lines 3, 5E, and 5F. So we're going to do whatever it's telling us here. Okay. So we're going to do the total. Okay. At line 3 is 4680. Okay. And then line 5E is 7328.70. Okay. And then 5F is blank, so we don't have to worry about it. So then what we have is a total of $12,008.70. Okay, we're going to add that on line number 6. And then line number 6 is 12,008.70. Okay. And then current quarter's adjustments for fraction of cents. Now this is where students get confused. Okay. We're calculating our taxes based on the information provided on the form. Now we have to compare this to what we made in payments during the quarter. Okay. So we have to compare the total taxes before adjustments to what was actually paid. According to the problem, if we look down here, okay, shapes. Let me go ahead and it says here that during the quarter we paid taxes of $12,008.76. So let's see what our adjustment is going to be. $12,008.76 minus whatever we have in line number 6, which is $12,008.70. That gives us a 6-cent adjustment. Okay. So insert. Okay, so my adjustment is going to be 6 cents. Okay. Current quarter's adjustment for sick pay. We don't have any sick pay adjustments. We leave it blank. Current quarter's adjustments for tips and group term life insurance. We don't have any. We leave it blank. Now line number 10. We're going to total taxes after adjustments combines lines 6 through 9. So we're going to add lines 6, 7, 8, and 9. And let's see what that gives us. So it'll be 12,008.70 plus 0.06. And then the other lines are left blank. So then line number 10 will be $12,008.76. Okay. And that is line number 10. It'll be $12,008.76. Okay. Now, qualified small business payroll tax credit for increasing research activities. It doesn't mention anything about that. A non-refundable portion of credit for qualified sick and family members doesn't mention that at all. So we're done with part 1 of the form. Okay. Are we done? No, we still need to continue. It's just another page. Okay, never mind. So we're continuing on part 1. It says total non-refundable credits. Do we have any total non-refundable credits? Nope. The problem doesn't give us that information. We're going to leave it blank. Number 12, total taxes after adjustments and non-refundable credits. Subtract line 11D from line 10. Okay? So 11D is 0, and I'm going to subtract 12,876. So my balance is, for line item 12, $12,008.76. Okay. Total deposits for the quarter, including overpayments applied for a prior quarter. How much do we pay during the quarter? The problem says that we paid $12,008.76. Okay, 12,000. Okay. Deferred amount of the employer share of Social Security tax. We don't have that provided. Letter 13.6, C, refundable portion of credit for qualified sick. That was not provided. Refundable portion of employee retention credit. Not provided. Total deposits, deferrals, and refundable credits. 13E. Okay. So we're going to add lines 13A, 13B, 13C, and 13D. And the only thing we have is one line item. This is 13E right here. And I'm going to bring forward the 12,876. Okay. Total advances received from billing form 7,200 for the quarter. That does not apply. Okay. Total deposits, deferrals, and refundable credits less advances. Okay. We did make some payments. We made payments of $12,008.76. So we're going to put that information there. Text box 13G. Okay, so total deposits made were $12,008.76. Okay, and then the balance due. We don't have a balance due. Everything that all of the taxes have been paid up to this point. Okay. Now we move to the second part of the problem. Okay. This part is telling us, tell us about your deposit schedule and tax liability for the quarter. And we have to check one of those options. So check 1, if line 12 on this return is less than 2,500. Let's look at line 12. We've got $12,008.76. Is that less than 2,500? No. Okay. So this one does not apply. You were a monthly scheduled depositor for the entire quarter. Enter your tax liability for each month and the total liability for the quarter. So you were a monthly scheduled depositor. So we are a monthly depositor. We collect the money and we submit payment. So where is it? We're going to mark we were a monthly scheduled depositor. So we're making a payment as we go. That way we don't have a big payment being made at the end of the month or at the end of the year. The last one is you were a semi-weekly scheduled depositor for any part of the quarter. And for that we have to complete Schedule B. In this case, we're going to mark the second one. Okay. Now we have to figure out our tax liability by month. Okay. Now this becomes easy because in this problem they give you the amount per pay period. So they're telling you that every pay period, these are your expenses for tax related purposes. Okay. So we have to figure out our tax liability. We know that every paycheck we contribute $2,001.46. Okay, and we're going to multiply by 2 pay periods because every month has 2 pay periods. That gives me $4,002.92. Okay, so insert text box. That'll be 4,002.92. Okay. Sorry about that. Where did my other one go? Okay, 4,292. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and it was 2,146 times 2. And then what it said over here, lines 5A and 5C, small difference may occur between this total and the total taxes withheld from each pay period, and the amount of the employee's taxes calculated each pay period. The difference is reported on line item 7 as a deduction. Okay, we've already done that. Okay, so month 1, 4,002 with 92 cents. Okay, month 2. And then month 3. They're all the same. Okay, 4,292. And then we get our total, and the total is provided as $12,008.76. Okay. Where did it go? Okay. Insert. This is just a little bit complicated because I have to be inserting check boxes into everyone. Okay, so we're going to get that 12,008.76. Okay. So all we did here is break down our liability by month. Okay, January, February, and March. That's all we're doing here. For month 1, it'll be 4,292, month 2, and then month 3. And then the total liability, which must equal to line 12. So you always can go back and check, well, what do I have in line 12? It should be the same amount that you come up with here. Okay. Okay, part 3. Let's see what part 3 has. It says, tell us about your business. If a question does not apply to your business, leave it blank. If your business has closed or has stopped paying wages, no, that has not applied. If you're a seasonal employer and don't have to file or return for every quarter of the year, that does not apply. Okay, so qualified health plan expenses allocable to qualified sick leave wages. Okay, that does not apply. Okay, so a lot of these questions don't apply. Credit form 5884C, certified wages, qualified plan. So letter 3 or part 3, which is to tell us about the business, none of the information provided applies to it. So we're going to leave all that section blank. Okay. Okay. Part 4. May we speak with your third-party designee? Do you want to allow an employee, a period tax preparer, or another person to discuss this return with the IRS? Okay, so if you want someone else in case something happens to you or whatever the case might be, you can assign someone here to take over and have access to your accounts. Okay. Okay. And then it says sign and date. What was the name of the person? Let's see. Can't remember. Karen Cluster. Okay. Okay. Let's look at this. We have to sign. Okay, and the name is Karen Cluster. Okay. And then whatever date they gave you, April the 30th, I believe. Let's see. First quarter. So I thought I had read it, but I guess I didn't. April the 30th. Yeah, here it is. April the 30th is the date filed. Okay. So here we have the date that we filed, April the 30th. Okay. Okay, so we've got our form filled out, and then we put Karen's name. We're gonna put the date, which is 4/30th. Okay. We're gonna put the date. The date is 4/30. Okay. We're gonna put over here your name. We're gonna print your name. Okay. We're gonna print Karen Cluster. Karen Cluster. Okay. And the title, I believe Karen is the president. Yes, she's the president. Okay, so print your title here. And that Karen is the president. Okay, and then the phone number. The phone number was provided to us. The phone number is, let me just get a pen, that way I can write it down. Where did I leave my pen? Here, over here. Okay, so the phone number that we have on file is 512-555-1111. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using for the problem, just to maintain consistency. Okay. Okay, so it's 4:30. And then the phone number goes right there. And we're going to have our shapes. Insert text box right here. So here we have our best daytime phone. We enter our phone. And this is in case we do something wrong, they can be able to easily contact us. Okay. So we enter the phone number. And then the below section is to be paid by, prepared by the person designated to complete this form. Okay. So let's recap. What do we have here? Very basic. The top section is just general information about the business. We went ahead and we make sure we select the reporting period that we have to report. Sometimes it'll be the first quarter, second, third, or fourth quarter. So we need to always make sure that we report the correct information on the report for this quarter report. Okay. The bottom section, it was just a matter of locating the information in the problem, which was already provided for us. So we went through all of the line items. So we calculated our total. And made some adjustments for that, for the 6-cent current quarter's adjustment. Okay, so we finished the form. We distributed the tax liability amongst the 3 months in the quarter. And then we completed by signing and dating the actual 941. Okay, So as you can see, it is not difficult, it is just time consuming. Okay, there's a lot of numbers that we didn't even use. Look at this. We only use the quarterly wage, the federal income tax, from the actual payroll information. Okay, so it's super important that you are able to understand, okay, if they gave me this number, do I really need it or not? Does it apply to my problem? Okay, we shouldn't have to be guessing. So that is basically it for this exercise. It's like you've noticed, the 941s are a little bit more complicated than the rest of the courses, but I'm sure you all do wonderful. Just keep on working on your weekly assignments, your quizzes, the logging into Blackboard. All of you should be doing good. Okay, just don't miss the assignment deadlines anymore. Because it becomes very difficult to have people in different chapters when we're trying to create a cohesive environment where, regardless the class that you're in, we're going to cover the specific information. Okay, so that is basically it for this lecture over exercise 313A. Okay, I'll be recording another section, so we'll be in contact later. If you have any questions or concerns, do not forget that I have office hours. You can contact me during Pronto or using Pronto, and I'll get back with you. Blackboard messages, email, whatever works for you. Okay, if you have questions, form study groups, go to the Department for CLE Tutoring. That way you can request additional assistance. Okay, so this is the end of Forum 941. Until next time, thank you.